Welcome into another video, everybody. In today's video, we're going to be making an abomination, an affront to God. Now you may be wondering, it can't be that bad what you're about to build. Now, this is how you can tell if you were ever a true Rec Room player. You would go in to build your own games and just make mutants, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So, how I start out in the process of creating an affront to God, affront to creation itself, is we take torsos, put them together, take heads, put them on those torsos. Gonna put an offset. This looks like a gumball character in like season 1. There's been an update since the last time I did this, which I will be in a YouTube short if it isn't already. I don't know if I've got around to posting it yet, but it's basically just showing a giant beast that I built out of these parts, but it was different. So we're gonna have the hand kind of. This is kind of like a rehash of my other amazing digital creature that I built. We're gonna have hands, like there's almost like Pomni's hands coming around, like their heads. And we're gonna have Jax's arm, kind of like that. And then Jax's leg. Kind of. I'm the most sane Amazing Digital Circus fan, by the way. I'm not gonna be talking too much, I think, because typically when I'm doing this just adds to the psychopathicity of what I'm doing. I'm just dead silent the whole time, just. It's like making a mutant, you know? I'm gonna try to talk, actually. I forget what I said earlier. No, wait, no, we gotta have the arm out to look more mutated. Put that in there. Oh, we have a bomb. Okay. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna spice up Ribbit with it. There we go. That looks good. Built this as like a connection point between their heads and their bodies. I don't know if I'm gonna use all the Jax heads in here. I tried to do that with one of the other models I made, and it was just looked ugly and weird. I have a kind of leg coming here, and like another piece of arm, like hand. We're gonna have it holding this in some malformed way. This is the type of stuff a schizophrenic Amazing Joe Circus fan would see in their nightmares. Ooh, the mouth. We're gonna use the mouth and the big mouth later. Forget the big tops. What about the big mouth? Just the large mouth the whole time. I'm definitely gonna put the big mouth in the middle of the body, so I think that would be good. So we gotta kind of widen them a little bit. Kind of widen them out, you know? This is probably the first time that connotation has been used in anything other than like the creative process relating to body parts. It wasn't weird. This is also weird. So I'm gonna have to widen them out to make the jaws fit on the corpse. It's kind of weird. Yet I'm also making it weird. Once you give too much of an explanation of things, you know, it kind of makes it weird, you know? Like if I were to explain my own motive on what I'm doing here, you would think it's weirder than it already is. This is weird, but it's not the weirdest I could get. Well, though I could get. Other people I've seen people doing this kind of thing, and it was not wholesome. It was not mostly. This is mostly satire. I'm not like one of those people on TikTok. I fused all the Amazing Digital Circus characters together so they can live a happy life as one. I'm not one of those guys. I'm doing this specifically because I think it's funny. And also, I'm going to make it do an incredibly tough pose fighting against Invincible, which is something I've done before. Because I did that in the YouTube short. I was showing off my creation, which I had done this exact same thing. I really want to make it feel like just a creature. Like a kind of background still life, so we're just have the key just sticking out of his body. I sound schizophrenic. Just in an empty room, alone, with nothing but myself and my own thoughts. I don't like the flying in this game. I don't. I think this is like Rec Room Legacy flying, and I didn't really use it. I'm only gonna use it for grabbing things that are high up. Too high for me to reach. Ugh. Don't worry. I'm here to save the day, Pomni. You're gonna be with love for friends forever. You know, I sound more and more mentally deranged the more I speak. Which is this like this? Just like that's what I'm gonna do with a lot of the heads. Just have them like extended out of random points. Use one of these. There we go. I'm trying to make it look like a Pibby creature. If you remember what Pibby, the Pibby Witch, the Pibby Witch took over Jax and made him a little bit of a scary monster. If you remember the Pibby glitch, then that's what I'm kind of going for here. Kind of like Pibby creature almost, where I'm not just putting them all together like we are the Amazing Digital Circus, like some of that weird stuff. I'm trying to put them together with a rhyme and a reason. I'm trying to make it not like 100% resemble the other creature I made, but you'll see soon enough. And what I mean by the other creature I made, the other time I did this, I had like there was the extra Pomni heads that were like on like an arm that was coming off. And I thought it looked really cool, but I'm not gonna rehash that here. I'm flying like how people who are retarded think Superman flies. He does not fly with his fist. He simply puts out his fist to be tough, to auriform while he's flying. Superman does not need his fist out to fly. I know this is supposed to be like sharp-toothed bubble. And he's just like a kind of like skull almost coming out of there. And then like another one right here. It's taking shape. This is probably also what the people locked in cages in mental asylums say. It's taking shape when they're trying to paint the Mona Lisa out of rats they've been keeping under their bed. Dead rats, to be specific. Not that I would know anything about making dead rat Mona Lisas. I swear I'm not crazy. You believe me. After all, why would I make a dead rat Mona Lisa when I can make a human Mona Lisa? No, I'm not gonna imply the fact I'm like fucking human centipede out here, just putting human body parts together to make a Mona Lisa. So what we're gonna have these arms kind of coming down like a foot almost. Is this the first time this sentence? We're gonna have these arms coming down to look like a foot has ever been uttered outside of like the Amnesia games. Someone like building the Amnesia game creature designs. We have this arm like a foot. It's gonna kind of splay out, or like average Resident Evil design team comms. What if we just had like an arm foot? Wouldn't that be cool to have an arm foot? Wouldn't you look to have an arm foot? I'm gonna make you into an arm foot. Like, move. That doesn't look that good. When you see the other creature I created, you'll know. You'll know that this is not my best work. I'm just kind of trying to pose for the cameras. I'm talking way too much to be able to actually focus. So one thing I did with the other creature, where'd my other eye go? There it is I had like eyes just coming out of it. Because Kane has so many eyes. Like an eye there. And like another eye. Like there. Like just eyes ingrained throughout the general structure of the creature. Because I want to tie it in to make it look like it's just one huge just like creature, and it's not a collage of characters. It's one thing. It's this monster. So like eyes in places that you wouldn't even expect them to be, like on hats and on faces. Because like what I'm trying to go for is basically this creature isn't wearing clothing, basically. It is the clothing. The hat isn't just an accessory, it's part of the being. It's like, let me accentuate my points, is boom, the hat has an eye on it because it's not a piece of clothing, it's a piece of the creature that you're looking at. or the key has like an eyeball. You know what? That eyeball is much better allocated to right there. Oh, yeah, kind of one of his jaws just like a broken off part. Oh, that's horrifying. That's absolutely terrifying looking. Just like a gray jaw just hanging off the side. It's like another mouth. It's kind of. If somebody in like the 1980s saw this video, they genuinely slammed themselves out so they couldn't create whatever technology that would be used to. You know what? Actually, no. It's like if they saw like the shit that like the shitting toy from um uh the pooping toy from Toy Story 5, the amount of people who ship themselves with that thing, if they saw that, Steve Jobs would slam himself out for the greater good of humanity. So phones would never be created and TikTok would not come. Honestly, I do think that would be something that would happen. I'm just going on about anything and everything all the time. I kinda don't like where the mouth is because of how this Pomni is designed. I don't want there to be just like jaw just on her tits, you know, it's kinda weird. I got quiet saying that because I'm like, I don't want to really allow myself to hear because I don't want to have like, especially with design and everything. I'm saying these quietly, not because it's because I'm ashamed of having to say this. I don't want to have like an eye just like on her tit, that's kind of weird. I don't want to do that because it's so fucking weird, and people will think I'm weirder than I already am. I'm doing this kind of sarcastically. I'm not like, oh, every digital character made into one. My dream. This is not anything like that. This is me trying to create a monster specifically for the purpose of creating a monster. I don't really know where I'm going to put Kinger into all of this. Because Kinger's head is just so fucking huge. Look at that. Like compared to everything else, it's like a torso. Can I have it like... Oh, I know exactly where. I kind of having like... If you ever see me like putting my hand like that in my video, that's me adjusting my headset. Because like the kind of like Velcro strap on the top of it for like the adjustment, it came loose one time, so I put super glue on it. I'm like one time, like talking like a long time ago. This was like 3 days ago, and I just relatively have headset problems, If I was recording this off the Quest 2 that I used to use, that's better. It would just be constantly just this, Having the hands come out of the side is an artistic point. Like a hand coming out of that Pomni's head. I don't really want to put hands, like, technically if this was one creature, it wouldn't stray away from just having a hand on people's faces, but I don't really want to do that. I want to accentuate things with my artistic, more like autistic, because this is like what autistic people see when they're playing with trains. It's perfect. I shouldn't down talk the autism community like that. Now let me go on another tangent real quick about autistic people. Like people on the internet making apologies, like, oh, like that one Russian girl that did the thing. She's like made incest content with her brother and said like the N word and every other slur instead of like slurs for Russian people, because apparently she's like that. The one TikTok girl and one TikTok animator like, oh, stay with me for her apology. Oh, I forgot where I was going with this. Used being autistic as like to justify their actions. I'm not trying to justify whatever the fuck this is. Be like, I'm autistic. I don't care. It's not playing into this. The fact that I don't talk to women is why I'm autistic. It's part of my autism, not this. It's also probably why I'm so perfectionist about this. I'm like, also probably why I'm super hyper aware, because like, oh, what if I put this right here? And then yet again with the same thing I said earlier, that just seems like a weird fucking fetish thing, and I don't want to do that. I don't want my fandom seeing Less of me. Oh, putting the fucking bow on the teeth. Oh, fuck. Oh, poop. There we go. The bow like right there. I'm probably just gonna leave the jack's heads out of it, but I'm like gonna use them like as like just pieces. They aren't gonna get the same treatment as the other heads did, and they're just gonna be like tacked on to random spots. It's just like it feels like a backroom still life entity. That's what I'm going for, really. There's a monster variety back here, by the way. There's a lot more pieces to the puzzle. I don't know why they put variety into this, but I mean, creators, you do you, because you're seeing the abomination that's being made. I actually have the Pomni and Jax models that they use in this in my dorm thing, in my MeowNet dorm. They, every day that I stray further from God with some of these posts, like, yo, I'm gonna get on a call with that guy afterwards. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Oh. Why, hello there. What? What do you have? What? Typed it? What? Oh, I don't like this. Let's see. Oh. ISVR chat. Oh, that's W. Pee pee poo poo. The OG meta thing. Yeah, I can do it too, man. The bottom thing. Like the first version? Uh, uh, I guess. I guess I remember. That's cool, man. You sound kind of like a freak, man. I shouldn't really be calling anyone else a freak with what I'm doing right now. I was recording a video and I still am. I'm making a monster right now. I'm gonna check it in a minute, man. I'm recording a video, so I can't really look at it. Not that I can. I don't want to. Oh. I'm gonna do an outro on my video real quick. Well, that was the end of today's video since my game fucking crashed. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man.